at the permission property. This place is like 450 acres, and it is mostly open. As you can see, there's a pond down in here. There's ponds all throughout this place, but most of it is super open with little like creeks going between the ponds. They're really steep ravines, like 50 to 75 foot drops, crazy steep, and there's some timber in them, but it's just weird because they're so steep. It's not like typical travel paths. I mean, it'd be a pain for them to get down in that stuff, so they've been traveling the edges of it. I've seen some scrapes and rubs on the edges, and I found a couple trees that I can set up in. Just really depend on the wind. But I'm really hoping today to find something really fresh. I found where a ton of bugs are bedding. I don't know if there's anything decent in there, but there's just beds all in this ravine with rubs all over. So I've got a camera set up in there that's not been out for probably a week. I'm going to check that right now with this camera. So I figured I'd take the GoPro with me. Hopefully there's something decent on there. I think our wind would be pretty good this evening to hunt in it. So we'll go check it out. I don't know if y'all can see this. That's a stud. That was yesterday at 2:30 a.m. So I'm gonna keep looking through these, but that's a stud. It rained yesterday morning, so that is since then. See, they've broken off that licking branch, hitting that, and there's scrapes along this field edge. I'll just walk it with y'all real quick. So they're all coming along this field edge, and it's got fresh poop in it. You can see where they've been cutting it up. I mean, this stuff is super recent. This edge, like I've been talking about, and then they are shooting this gap, it looks like. So you can see the trail right there where they're cutting through the woods or cutting around. They're doing both. So it's a good historic rub right there. And there's a really good scrape on the edge of this bulge. It's a pretty straight fill edge, but there's this one bulge around it. That's this year's rub. Old rub. And one more good scrape right there. So I think they're bedding back in there on that neighboring property. So they're obviously walking this field edge. There's scrapes over there as well. So I'm gonna roll the dice and hope that they follow this cut, and the wind is blowing this way. So I just scrape right there. The wind is blowing this way, so I'm gonna set up in that corner, which should blow my wind into that ravine. That way, if they are coming from this side and working that way, my wind should still be good. That just seems like the best spot for me personally. And I don't know if you can see it. Back in there is a huge rub. I've got a picture I can upload. I'm not gonna walk back in there because I need to get set up. But there's a huge rub back in there. You can kind of see it through there. Anyways, they're cutting through here, so that's kind of my hope, is whether they come around or they cut through and take the shortcut. If I'm set up in that tree right up there, hopefully I'll have a shot at them. So we'll see. They could be coming straight along that, or they could be cutting across the field. I really don't know. We're set up. It's 5:43. Sun sets in like less than an hour. So use this camera. It's the better camera. It takes better video, but the shutter opens up whenever I turn it on. I can't leave it on. It doesn't have enough battery. It'll only stay on for like 30 minutes. So I have to turn it on when I see something, and it makes an audible click. It's too quiet today, so I'm going to use this. This does fine. I would love to get a shot on video with that, but it's just too quiet this evening. So I just wanted to touch base when I got up in the tree. It took me forever. I don't know if you can see these thorns. I had to cut all those thorns down. This was really the only good tree on this edge. So I spent a lot of time. It was kind of loud. It's only November 4th, so I'm sure I'm going to hunt this area several times. So I want to go ahead and just get it over with today. That wool derrick was pumping, and I would try time cutting limbs with that wool derrick pumping. So, and a guy came out and checked it like an hour and a half ago, like while I was walking back to the truck to get my stuff. She stopped right under me. She started walking away super quick. So it's just crazy. The whole field, and she came right here. And she could smell something was off. If she would turn that first time, I think I would have made a pretty good shot. Was locked on her. I'm gonna give her a minute. I still got 10 minutes of shooting light, so I'm gonna put nothing here on. Hope a bug comes by. Okay, hopefully this isn't like super bright, but it's the best I got. So I'm down. I'm gonna start blood trailing her. I think it was a good shot. If anything, it was a little low, but I was aiming like top of the heart, bottom lung area in case she ducked. She was definitely alert. So if If it was low, it would have been a clean miss, and I saw blood. So I think I smoked her. Sorry for the camera work, but this is what I got. So I'll get back with y'all here in a second. All right, guys, I had gotten down and started blood trailing her. I don't have a ton of battery left on the GoPro. Sorry, I'll absolutely blind myself. And I started trailing her. I found the arrow. Let's set this bow down. There's the arrow. So not a ton of penetration before it broke off. I think I made a good shot. I think based off the blood, it's a heart shot. I'm not seeing very much in the form of bubbles, so it's not lung. And it is just dark red. So it's typically muscle or heart, but I'm gonna try and do something here. See if y'all can see the blood as we go. So I'm gonna hold the flashlight. Blood, blood, blood. Look at all that blood. This is the fastest I've ever tried. I've probably gone 50 yards just walking really quickly. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to jinx myself, but I mean, look at that. I think I smoked her. I did not smoke the last one like I thought I did. This one, I think I did. Oh my gosh. Look at all that. It's a 2-blade grizzly, 190 grain, single bevel. And what's that? That's a tail. Oh my. Okay, so I did heart shoot her. Look at that right there. Through the shoulder. That's where she broke it off. Probably hit the bottom of the rib cage. That's a big old doe, guys. I mean, I just shot her. It hadn't been an hour. Look at that. And that's not bloated. Like, it didn't touch her guts. It's cold. That's a fat doe. That thing is... Put my back down. I don't know. Right, here's the GoPro. There's the flashlight. Maybe this will work. I don't know. I'm not sure. Golly. Ugh. That's the biggest doe I've ever shot. That's gotta be. Look at her. She's huge. This is number 3 this year. The first one I thought was a doe was a button buck that I shot. Luckily still counts as a doe tag, but it didn't have that much meat on it. I bet I didn't even get 30 pounds back from the processor. So this one's gonna be a pain to get out, but that's going to be a lot of meat. Like a lot of meat.